What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. We are getting started with Chapter 5. So, let's step on the pedestal here. The Ruby Crystal Star. That's like probably one of my most favorite crystal stars, honestly. It was like the color for it. To me, it looks awesome. So, throughout all the chapters, we have traveled, of course, by land. Because, Mario is a human, and that's how we travel as humans, is by land. We've gone up in the air at Glitzville. This chapter, however, we are traveling by sea. For the Sapphire Crystal Star. The location of a crystal star has been recorded on your magical map. Come on, let's go back to Professor Franklin's office. What do you say? We have to tell him about Princess Peach's email.
Oh, yeah.
Was it about what's behind the... You thought? Yeah, I think so. All of her emails start to intertwine with each other. What? That was written in Princess Peach's email? The legendary treasure is actually the spirit of an ancient demon? And those fiends want to use the power of the crystal stars to resurrect it? How bone-chilling. Sadly, it does seem to be consistent with what I've uncovered. Don't leave us in suspense. Give us the scoop, Professor. This is rather long, so you best listen well. Are all of you ready? And you there, in front of the TV, you listen up too. Breaking fourth wall. TV. You don't have a TV. What in the world are you talking about? Oh, never you mind. Don't worry about such trivial details. Just listen. The great cataclysm that I read about in that book may well refer to this demon. It says that a monster destroyed a large town that once stood to this very area. It also says that the 7 crystal stars were actually created by this monster, and that this thing used the power of the crystal stars to try to control the world. According to this book, the demon was defeated in the end by 4 heroes, but only the beast's physical form was destroyed. Its spirit could not be eradicated. So, the heroes used the crystal stars, which they had stolen from the demon, and they cast the evil beast into the depths of a vast maze and sealed the exit. From this, I gather that the crystal stars cannot distinguish good from evil. So, if they're all united, they could either seal away or resurrect the demon. It seems that who wields the crystal stars determines if they're used for evil or good. The question is whether gathering the crystal stars is a danger in and of itself. I mean, if we found them all and then got robbed, the demon could be revived. Don't you think maybe it'd be better to break them apart and scatter the pieces? That was my first thought too, but further research suggests we can't do that. There's a slight possibility that the 1,000-year door is weakening. It seems the crystal stars hold the power to seal the beast for 1,000 years. So, once the 1,000 years pass, the power to keep the door sealed shut will fail. And unfortunately, this year may be the 1,000th year. Bad luck, huh? The fact that those goons want the stars now may be might be a coincidence, but maybe not. In other words, we must be ready for the demon's return even if the X-Nauts fail. In that case, we gotta go collect the rest of the crystal stars immediately. No time to lose. Where can we find the next one? According to the map, it appears to be somewhere in Keyhall Key. Keyhall Key? I'm none too familiar with the place, but I've heard countless unsavory rumors. You know, the usual stuff. Vengeful spirits, full of hatred, evil curses, things like that. I'm sure if the sea salts down by the harbor no more, you should head there first. So, this is just what I'm theorizing. The 4 heroes are Mario, Bowser, Peach, and Grottus. Because he mentioned 4 heroes, but this is really the only time that I remember him ever mentioning that. So I'm just assuming it's Mario, Bowser, Peach, and Grottus. Those are the 4 heroes. Of course, Bowser and Grottus not being heroes, they're villains, but you know, you get the gist. Before we actually head down to the harbor, Let's go talk to Luigi here. Well, I headed to Circuit Break Island and got me a marvelous compass piece. You wouldn't believe it, bro. Talk about thrills, chills, and spills. It was pretty nuts, bro. Want to hear what happened? It's a pretty long story. Hey, sounds good to me. Which part of my story you want to hear, bro? Circuit Break Island. Well, like I said, it's a really long story, but here it goes. Just as our boat arrived at Circuit Break Island, we heard this incredible racket. We soon found out that they hold kart races. Sorry, Freudian slip there. Kart races almost every day on the island. Whoever takes first place in the race gets to rule the island as king for that day. Just as we got to the racetrack, they were holding the award ceremony. I couldn't believe my eyes. Right there on the trophy they give to the winner. It was another piece of the marvelous compass. I almost passed dead away. I decided right then and there that the only thing to do was enter the race. I mean, I've driven in kart races before, so I thought I'd be okay. Boy, was I wrong. Make a reference to Mario Kart 64. The karts were supercharged machines that could send you airborne with their exhausts. These vehicles were armed with missiles and bazookas. It was anything goes, bro. Of course, I wanted to get right out of there pronto. These drivers were crazed. But I worked up my courage and signed up anyway, and my race day finally came. I got one of the best karts, the big green 01. I took my position at the start line. The light went green, I stumped the accelerator, and something bad happened. I was in reverse. The big green 01 went rocketing backwards with me yelling. I crashed into the wall behind me hard enough to cut me off mid-scream. In one fell swoop, I dropped into last place and wrecked my racing machine. But it wasn't all bad news. All the other cars crashed because of my maneuver. Once I got in gear and took off, I was the only car left. I won by a country mile, bro. I took the piece off of my trophy and added it to the marvelous compass. The compass came to life and pointed me toward Jazzafraz town in the east. Then I heard that voice, Princess Claire's voice, echoed in my ears again. Oh, my princess, random words would form poetry if spoken by your voice. I will most definitely save you. Just wait for me, Princess Eclair. Oh, sorry about that, bro. So after that, I got back on my boat. I came back here to Rouge-Port, and that's what's been up with me. Alright, cool. If you want to hear what I've been up to, just come find me, okay? I'll be around. Yeah, I'm Torque, and don't for a second think this dude's telling the whole story. The only reason I let him my rig was because he got down on his knees and begged. And what happens? He's in for 1 second before he completely totals it, idiot. I'm not letting this dip out of my sight until he repays me the 5,000 coin repair costs. Dang. Here's the thing, if they ever remade Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door for the Nintendo Switch, the additional content that they could add is Luigi's side of the story. We could play as Luigi and all these different characters. I think that'd be really cool. And they should definitely do that. They should just remake Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. Let me see if I actually have to go down to Rouge-Port, if I can just talk to him. And what do you want, ah? Who, me, you ask about? Ah, I am called Flavio. I am, how you say, a trader. The richest man in Rouge-Port. Monetary wealth gives me freedom, yes, and freedom gives me wealth of spirit. And yet, why is that a man whose life is unchained must always long for yet more ah? What is missing from my life? This tears on my very insides. I must know, what do I lack? Romance, definitely. I'd say emotion, probably thrills. I mean, money maybe? Alright, let's say romance, why not? Romance, you say? I suppose one does need some romance in life. I can't roll my R's to save my life. What other sweet, delectable fruit could make so many wonderful pasta sauces? Ah, no, foolish Flavio, not romance, you silly man. What I need is romance. Wait, hold the horses. That is it. Now that I am thinking of it, I once heard of the treasure of Cortez, the Pirate King. Yes, that is the answer. Oh, such happiness for me. A hunt for pirate treasure. Why, that just shrieks of romance and thrills and emotion and even money. Do you not know the tale, the Pirate King's treasure? Hidden on Key? Ah, what tales say that the Pirate King Cortez hid his hoard of pirate booty there? For years, treasure hunters and ruffians have gone there in search of the loot. But not a single one of them has ever returned. Oh, the horror makes my back tingle. People here whisper that the ghost of Cortez attacks all who seeks his treasure. Eek. It is because of those very rumors that people no longer go to Key. I want to say Key Hall Island, but it's Key Hall Key. But that would not stop Flavio. That treasure is there, yes, and I am going to prove it. For I am Flavio, trader extraordinaire, millionaire, settler of the 7 seas. What is that you were saying? You are also looking for a treasure. Here in Rouge-Port? Why talk such craziness? There isn't anything like that in this dull armpit of a town. You cannot be believing each stupid rumor about treasure some street urchin spews it out. No, 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 no. Now, what madness comes bursting from your mouth? You have a treasure map? Well, well, hand it over. Rather, I mean, show me. You are having a joke on me. This map leads straight to Keyhall Key. You swine. You mean to steal my treasure out from under me? You awful, awful man. Well, now I am confused. You are looking for things known as the crystal stars? But now that I am thinking, the star-shaped stone was said to be in Cortez's hoard. Perhaps I could sell it for a staggering amount of cash. Yes, that would be. Ah, stop such thoughts, Flavio. What you need is romance, thrills, and emotion. I cannot ignore what this business before me suggests. This must be fates at work. Flavio shall go with you to Keyhall Key. Of course, the crystal star is yours, yes, but the rest of the treasure is mine. Huh? You must repeat that. Flavio's ears are plugged. You have no ship? Ha, 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 ha. You unfortunate, foolish man. Do you not know who I am? I will have a ship ready in no time, and it will be massive and glorious. Splendid, splendid, splendid. Let us begin preparations immediately, shall we? I will volunteer myself as our intrepid leader, yes, and you will be captain. Ah, danger and adventure tickles my nostrils. Disgusting. Comes to the harbor right away. His voice kind of hurts my throat, but whatever. It's all good. So let's head over to Rougeport Harbor, because, yeah, I did say that the beginning of this chapter did have a little bit of, it's a little bit sad, I should say. It is, we haven't gotten there yet. Flavio is probably one of my most favorite characters of this game. He's really energetic, or I picture him to be. Really charismatic as well. And this is the crew so far. Ah, yes, so it is you. Ah, well, sadly a slight problem seems to have popped up. But feast your eyes on this outrageously fantastic ship. She's a fine vessel, no? She is the SS Flavian, the queen of the countless ships in my personal fleet. The raw majesty of her hull, the pomp and circumstance, none can compare to her. Ah, behold the elegant curve of her prow. She cuts to the very soul. Don't you agree? But she is not just a beauty, she's a savage beast on the water, tops among sailboats. But above all, I tell you, this proud ship can... Ah, yes. Did you speak? Yes, 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 of course. The problem that has sprung up. I had completely forgotten about the SS Flavian. She bewitches me. Yes. Well, here's the issue. We have no navigator. He ran off, the dog. The navigator, of course, is the highest-ranked helmsman. They steer ships, you know. Now, here's the real problem. The waters around Keyhall Key are deathly dangerous. We need an absurdly skilled helmsman for our navigator, and it is a, how you say, a pickle. Oi, Flavio. Who are you talking there, sir? If you don't mind me saying, I might have a solution. Do not tease me, Papatch. You can solve our problem? Then spit it out already. Well, sir, I've heard talking of a legendary sailor living in Rougeport. Yeah, I think he's called Admiral Bombery. A salty old sea dog by all accounts. But he's said to have the helmsman's touch, sir. He can make any ship bow to his will. The thing is, there ain't a soul what's seen him on the seas of late. Basta boom, problem solved. Let's scout out this Bombery and fellow and get him on board. As is customary, my captain will handle all negotiations. That will be you, Mario. That does sound fair, everyone, does it not? No complaints. Aye, sir. Aye. Sounds fair, sir. Good plan. Sure thing. Then it is decided. You must find this Bombery and bring him here. Our fortune sails with you. So, I know exactly where Bombery is at. He's in the building right next door to the Trouble Center. The locked door, that is. He's right here. It's locked from the inside. We just have to find a way to get in there. First order of business to get into Bombery's house. I don't think we have to do this part. We could probably skip it, but I'll just do it regardless. Oh, no, we do. Admiral Bombery? Yeah, I know him. You know that house just past the wall in the eastern part of town? That's his. But I think both you and he would be better off if you just let him be. So, says the exact same thing. Let's head back over there. Be Because there is a way to get into his house. Not through the front door, but through the chimney. So to get there, I'm gonna first switch over to Yoshi. Kind of run up over there. I lied. Switch over to Yoshi and jump over here. Kind of jump up here. And use our power-up to roll up there, but before we do, let's get the Shine Sprite. Because I'm desperately going to need it, and Yoshi did not make it, unfortunately. Rest in peace, buddy. No, just kidding. Sorry, I just saw him go down, I'm like, nope. Okay. There we go. So I don't know why this power-up's always been hard for me to control. What do you blokes want? I need to work on a better voice for him. Admiral Bombery? I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about now, if you please. Drop the axe, Super Stash. We already found out that you're Admiral Bombery. Humph. What's poppycock? Tell me, what would you want with me if I were this chap? You say your ship needs a navigator. You want me to do the job. So sorry, but you will have to look elsewhere. I shall set sail upon the sea, nevermore. But that's just not cool. You want to see me beg or something? Is that it? You have to come along. Only you can get us safely to Keyhole Key. Awfully sorry, dear boy, but when I say no, what I mean is no. Now, away with you. What's the next move, Chief? This salty dude is going nowhere fast. I can't figure this guy out. What's his beef with the ocean anyway? Know what we ought to do? Go find someone who knows the dude's deal is. So you're gonna have to head over to Rougeport, bar or tab or whatever you want to call it. We have to talk to the bartender again because the bartender has a really important item for Bombery. You say Bombery won't go to sea, huh? Well, can't say that surprises me. The real question is, are you folks really sure you want Bombery back on the water? Oh, is that it? Now I see. You want to mount an expedition to Keyhole Key. Rough seas out there. Most sailors would meet their ends. Not old Bombery, though. The fact of the matter is, Admiral Bombery's tale is sad. Horribly sad, actually. You'll probably end up crying, but I'll tell it to you if you really want me to. No, I hate sad stories. Please do. I can take it. In that case, get ready. Bombery's tale of woes goes something like this. Bombery was once married. He had a wife of enduring beauty named Scarlet. The two of them were madly in love, the sort of love reserved for fairy tales. Now, Bombery was a renowned sailor, so he was away from home for long periods. Scarlet never complained, though, and always waited faithfully for Bombery's return. And Bombery, his eye never drifted. He loved only Scarlet, truly and deeply. So they lived and found happiness where they could, and all was good for a time. But not all good things can last. It was a particularly icy winter when it happened. Sorry, I love how he's telling the story and he's still cleaning that one glass in that one area. Scarlet fell ill. A virus? A passing cold? No one knew, but it soon turned serious. Bombery at sea on a long, lonely voyage knew nothing of his bride's suffering. By the time he returned, Scarlet had succumbed. She was gone. Bombery, of course, blamed himself. My loving wife perished because of me. If I were not at sea, I could have nursed her to health and I could have saved her. He was overcome with such thoughts, they tormented him always, haunting his sleep. He has never gone out of sea since. Gee, what a downer. I guess that's a pretty good reason for hating the ocean. You all know this tale now, so tell me, do you still want him to return to sea? Yes, we have no choice. No, he suffered enough. Yes, we have no choice. Very well, I understand. If you're that determined, then I'll give you this. You got an old letter. The letter Scarlet wrote to Bombery on her deathbed. On her deathbed, Scarlet wrote Bombery a final letter. You hold it in your hands. I don't know what's written inside, but I can tell you what she told me as she lay dying. If I should succumb to this plague, and if my love should blame himself for my death, then give this letter to him so he may hear my voice. It was her last request. But when I saw Barbary in misery, trying to forget the pain as he mourned his wife, I just couldn't bring myself to present this letter to him. I've regretted it ever since. Please, take this letter and do the deed I was too cowardly to do. Take it to Barbary. Listen, Pogly, thanks a ton. We'll deliver this thing. You feel better, okay? Let's roll, Gonzales.
Yeah.
Alright, so, gotta head over to Bombery's house and give him the letter. This letter is sad. I'm assuming Scarlet was a Bob-omb, but I could be wrong. She could have been a different type of species. I'm assuming she was a Bob-omb, though. What? Oh, by Blabberton's beard. Not you again. No matter how many times you entreats me, my stance is firm. Not away with you. Or now away with you. Sorry. Pardon? A letter you say? For me? What? Scarlet! This is Scarlet's handwriting. So, yep, cue the sad music. Scarlet. My love. My love, if you're reading this letter, then I am no longer by your side. Because fate has stepped between us, I have decided to write you this letter. If you're reading this, I must have passed away while you were at sea. I can only assume that you will blame yourself for it, my sweet Bombery. Although my life was short, you gave me more than a lifetime's worth of joy. Though you will mourn, I beg that you remember that time, like love, is a tide. You are one with the sea as you were one with me. Do not lose both your life's loves. Time like love is a tide. You are one with the sea as you were one with me. 1,000 pardons, but may I have a moment alone, if you please. I kind of noticed I'm doing Bowser's voice with Bombery. I can't think of another voice. You just hear a big explosion. No, I'm joking. Sorry, that was too dark of a joke. That was way too dark of a joke. Sorry. Yes, love. I was happy. My sweet, sweet Scarlet. I love you still. Now then, you were looking for a navigator, I believe. Bound for key. Yep, never mind about all of that. It's all finished now.
Oh, yeah.
His attitude changed immediately around. Humph, if you think an old sea bomb like me is what you need, then let's shove off. Admiral Bombery, yes. Alright. It's pretty cool. I never tried this. Let's all jump on Yoshi. The ship's in the harbor. I must inspect her before we leave. I shall meet you there. Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say, we can all probably just jump on Yoshi and see what happens, but that unfortunately won't do since he just hightailed it out of here, so. Okay, cool, thank you. And I'm so far behind the emails, and there's some really cool things about them, so I'll check them later, maybe towards the end of the game. So yeah, so, with Bombery, we now have all of our crew. And yes, there is a character here that you may have recognized. It's this Toad over here. No, I'm just kidding. Well, no, but in all seriousness, one of the Toad shop owners in Rougeport's coming with us. I think it's pretty cool. I knew. Oh, sorry, hang on. I'm trying to think of his voice again. Sorry. I knew you would get Bombery on board. You wonderful mustached man, you. To you, I must say, ahoy. I was wise to choose you as a captain. Ahoy to me as well. My men have already loaded our cargo and supplies. Yes, preparations are complete. If you have no errands, we can depart at once. What do you say? Shall we set sail? Yeah, let's shove off. No, not yet. Let's shove off. Here's the thing. You'll see it as well. Once we get going to Keyhawk Key, we cannot come back for a while. So this is it. We're saying goodbye to Rougeport for maybe 5-10 episodes. I don't know how long this chapter will be. I remember it being one of the longer ones, but one of the better ones. Probably the best or second best of this game. Very well. To the sea. Raise anchor and set sails for thrills and emotions. And romance and money. Our destination is Dread Keyhawk Key. Wait up! Nice, relaxing sea music. This is X-Nauts 1 here. Come back, dude. I repeat, X-Nauts 1. Oh, 1 here. Over. Roger. Reading you 5 by. Infiltration is successful. X-Nauts Black aboard vessel. Repeat, X-Naut Black is on board the vessel. And this leads us right into Chapter 5. The Key to Pirates. See you guys on the next episode as we get started on Chapter 5.